Digimon Seekers Chapter 1.13. The Sons of Chaos Digimon, clad in rags, sees Lugamon and Eiji Nagasumi off from the roof of a building in Wall Slum, as they're headed for the mapping job. I wasn't told they'd be minklinked. He suddenly speaks to somebody who isn't there. I hadn't been told of it. I didn't know they were going to suddenly show up with their limits unlocked. A reply comes back in the voice chat. Never mind the new kid. I wonder if that dog Lugamon noticed that I'm minlinked too. Who knows? The voice of the person on the other end of the line is that of the Sons of Chaos interviewer. The demon wolf of the Castle of the Nine Wolves. Won't mapping 9th Avenue be a piece of cake for them? The ragged cloth Digimon expresses its concern. You're right that it won't be a difficulty test for them. I'll make a few adjustments to the test. The interviewer is obviously up to something. Once on the ground, Lugamon heads further underground. He assures Eiji that it's a shortcut. A platform. What stops in front of a bewildered Eiji is a Wall Slum train. The rapidly changing scenery leaves Eiji, who is holding onto the strap, in a daze. The Slum Loop Line subway. The interior of the train looks like something he's seen before. It's similar to the Tokyo Metro system that he usually uses. The only difference is that the passengers on the train are not humans but Digimon. The information is displayed in characters he has never seen before. The advertisements inside the train and at the station are completely unreadable. What is this? Digimon letters. It's forbidden to cause trouble on this subway. Lugamon speaks matter-of-factly. So, no fighting. This is a public place. You should mind your manners. Lugamon lies down, taking up the space of about 3 seats. The Digimon around them look annoyed, but apparently it wasn't a breach of manners. Not that Eiji knows what Digimon manners are anyway. The subway passes through a station every 2-3 minutes. Eiji is fidgety and restless, partly because he can't read the characters on the information signs, which are apparently all in what they call digiletters. I was thinking about the minklink, he says to Lugamon. I wonder if my relationship with your Digicore is like a human riding a Digimon. Kind of like the Chuchuman was riding the Dememon. Don't compare me to that piece of poo. So, it's not like that. Not at all. What's going on with your real body right now? What? Eiji's consciousness is now inside of the Lugamon's Digicore. If his body is not here, it must be leaning against the wall in his loft back home. Yes, your body is still sleeping. Unless you break the minlink, you will never regain consciousness. Well, that's fine, I guess. That's fine. By the way, what is it? Since I can touch you now. Do you mind if I touch your pads? Lugamon, lying down on the seat, is showing the soles of its feet. There are plump paw pads on them. No, why do I have to do what you want? Lugamon flashes its gums and bares its fangs. No, the dog I used to have wouldn't let me, either. I'll kick you out of my Digicore if you keep feeding me this nonsense. And besides, I've heard enough stories about your dog already. He probably didn't think of you as his master. I'm sure he looked down on you. At the next station, many passengers get on and off. When the Digimon who board the train see Eiji, they react with surprise. Hey, Lugamon, it feels like all of the Digimon are staring at me. Well, it's rare that we see humans down here. Oh, so it's like hololizing a Digimon on a real train. That would attract a lot of attention. Knowing that he's unlikely to be harmed, Eiji takes a closer look at the inside of the train. The Digimon in the passenger compartment seem to mostly consist of a single type. The data of many of the Digimon here is corrupted. They appear to be injured. Most of the inhabitants of Wall Slum are Digimon that were originally used by humans. Lugamon speaks matter-of-factly. Cyborg type, mechanical types, and other types often used by codecrackers are conspicuous. They're Digimon that were used by humans and discarded for some reason or another. They screwed up at work or were entrusted with the security of some company's servers, but got destroyed due to an attack or something. Discarded Digimon. AG is astonished. Well, it is true that code crackers have abandoned Digimon. Although not generally known to the public, governments, military, mega tech companies, and other important servers and data centers are already using Digimon for security. Digimon are worn out on a daily basis. No matter how carefully they are treated, tools break. When they fail, they fail. AG knows that all too well. But those Digimon would normally die a dog's death and revert back to Digi-eggs. Those that survived by slurping up the scrap data that had spilled out onto the outer walls of the security wall. Built houses, villages, and towns. Digimon abandoned by humans can survive as long as they can find their way here. The stray Digimon that gathered together and became this city, this slum. A slum known as Wall Slum. Humans are pretty tough, but Digimon are tough, too. AG feels the very life force of the Digimon. The slum's trash is the last paradise for stray Digimon, and some of them may have gotten fed up with humans and drifted away on their own. Others got lost due to some kind of trouble in the digital world beyond the wall. Nowadays, it is not unusual to find Digimon that were born and raised in this slum. The subway goes above ground. The sound of wheels treading on rails splashes overhead. Under the truss bridge, the red, polluted surface of the river spread into the distance. There are Tumon popping up everywhere, the mutant Digimon, and Digimon that have adapted and evolved to live happily in an environment polluted with garbage data. Are the Digimon here not getting along with each other? Tumon and Tumon are fighting over food. The fact that fighting is not allowed on the subway means that there is usually a lot of fighting going on around here. Basically, everyone is poor here. That's the reason for it. Those in the slum can't even consistently feed themselves, so fighting is a daily occurrence. In each neighborhood, there is a Digimon who acts as the boss. Only in this subway and in the center of the slum, on Avenue Zero, is there an unspoken non-combatant agreement. The center of the slum. The map that the ragged cloth Digimon had shown me earlier had a blank area. AG looks out the window. There is a peak in the upstream direction of the river, in the center of Wall Slum, made hazy by static. I can't see much. What kind of place is that? There's a gateway, a wall gate that leads to the inside of the security wall. Lugerman answers. Inside the wall, the deep digital world. This Wall Slum must be a digital world, though. In a sense, it is the original form of the deep level protected by the wall. For you humans, it is an unknown digital world. The wall gate controls the flow of data into the digital world and prevents unauthorized entry. The train crosses the river and goes underground again. The train goes dark for a moment, sparks fly, and then the lights come back on. AG thinks a little. What this wall gate does is prevent code crackers, us humans, from getting in. Yes, not only humans. It's all the Digimon in Wall Slum, including code crackers, hackers, and other Digimon who have been taken advantage of by humans. Ha! All of the Digimon here. All the Digimon in this subway cannot return to the digital world. This Wall Slum has always been affected by real-world data via the network. Once a Digimon is contaminated by real-world data, it can never return to the digital world. They will never be able to pass through that gate. And who in the world decided that? The digital world's systems, is all I can really say. To put in human terms, our God, so to speak. Or something like one. For the Digimon of Wall Slum, the inside of the wall is, so to speak, their long-lost home. Lugerman, do you know what's on the other side of the wall? We're getting off here. Lugerman gets up from its seat. AG doesn't know how they got there, but he hears the announcement say, next stop, 9th Avenue, 9th Avenue. AG's mind switches to work mode. First, he has to fulfill Ryosenji's request and pass the Sons of Chaos entrance exam. Mapping 9th Avenue. I wonder what kind of place it is. We'll know when we get there. You sure seem to know a lot about Wall Slum, Lugerman. Have you lived here before? Lugerman had been stored in the Digimon linker from its rookie stage. He hadn't bothered to ask what he had done elsewhere. He didn't even know that Digimon had a past. I don't remember. The sudden confession confuses Eiji. My memory is hazy from one point to another. I grew up in this Wall Slum. But I only remember when I was just a brat at my rookie stage. I remember absolutely nothing after that. It says he knows about the digital world and Wall Slum, but he can't remember much about itself. What was it doing here? Amnesia. Kind of half-assed, though. When I try to remember, it's like there's a haze around my digicore. Like a foggy memory. I remember Tuman and the others saying something about you. They seemed to know about you. They even called you Demon Wolf and Boss. After I came to Wall Slum with you, as I listened to their stories, I think I began to remember them, little by little. So that's why I might know when I get there. I get the feeling there's something there at 9th Avenue. Something that's very important to me. Character design and illustration illustrator, Mallow.